I think "Ride or Die Baby" is kind of a cool phrase. At the time, was something that everybody was kind of saying. It was kind of a catch thing. You're my ride or die. I hadn't heard it in the lyric yet. Maybe that's why this worked for us so well. What's up, everybody? I'm Dustin Lynch, and this is the hit story of my song, "Small Town Boy." She loves a small town boy like me. "Small Town Boy" is it's honestly about me. I'm from Tullahoma, Tennessee, which is about an hour and a half southeast-ish of Nashville. Now that I've been away for a while, I realized just how special Tullahoma is. Those folks back in Tullahoma are still my biggest fans and pulling for me. And this song went on to change my career. And I've seen that there's a lot of guys out there just like myself. The first time I heard "Small Town Boy," I was driving from Nashville to one of my hunting leases, farms down in Columbia, Tennessee. And I started listening and got a phone call. Ended up getting all the way to the farm and not being able to finish the song. And I went out and I forget what I was doing, hanging tree stands or something. I got back in the truck, turned the song back on, and instantly was in a panic because I was thinking, man, I'm sure there's another artist that's already heard this and they're probably gonna record it. I'm gonna miss out on a song I love. I did not know how big it would go on to be. But I immediately called him up and said, man, please tell me this thing's available for me to record, and thank goodness it was. One of the writers on "Small Town Boy," and actually the gentleman that was singing the demo, is Red Akins. And he was one of the first writers in town to really take me under his wing and write with me whenever I had nothing going on. I owe a lot of my success to Red Akins. We continue to make music together, and we've been on tour together. It's just been a wonderful journey with him. It was really cool. We kind of ran the gamut. We had a couple of guys that have had success and will be in the Hall of Fame, and then a brand new writer that had his very first hit with it. So it was pretty cool. The recording process was interesting because the demo had a very laid-back feel to it, and come to find out, it came natural because my buddies wrote this song when they were on farm tour, and apparently on farm tour, you can end up having some late nights. A couple of the guys were a little bit hungover on the bus right the next morning, and the demo vocal was sung laying down in one of the bunks. So my producer's like, you're gonna lay on this couch and sing this verse. That's what we did. We ended up singing on this song a couple different days. I think we finally found it whenever I laid down and got it really laid back and cool feeling. We didn't know what we had. We knew we liked the song a lot. I don't think you can predict having a career song. Our fans, they're the only ones that can make that happen. So, you put it out there and see the reaction instantly. It was like, whoa, we've had hits, but this is totally different. Small town boy like me. I'm a ride or die, baby. I'm a cool, I'm a crazy, I'm a laid back in the front seat. We were trying to think of how can we do a video that isn't just dead on the head, me in a small town with a girl. How can we do something different? This one idea was just way out there, out of the box. It's like, man, there's small towns all over the place. In between shows, I was traveling up and down the West Coast a lot. I love to surf. I love that lifestyle. And it was like, shoot, well, there's small town boys out here on the West Coast too. Let's do it here. And it was more of an emotional type of setting versus a literal type of setting. It's always tough selecting who's going to be the counterpart in the video because most of the time you have no history with them. Yeah, we met on set that morning. As awkward as video shoots always go, it's like, all right, you just met. Now pretend like you've been in love. So you just go for it. There's definitely a big connection with a lot of people. "Small Town Boy." It's very important that I believe in what I'm singing because I have to do it so often in front of so many people on stage. If I'm relating to something, there's a very good chance there's people that are also have already related to or will. And the connection is beautiful whenever it works. There's a bit of a handshake and a fist bump of, man, you spoke to me. That's what I believe in. That's the type of man I want to be. And I feel like that song really defined what lane I kind of put my flag down in the dirt in country music. And it was like, this is my lane. This is the horse I'm going to continue to ride. This is what country music fans want me to do. Kind of allowed me to find my voice as a writer as well and kind of write towards that character. And I'm still doing that. I think I'm actually growing back into being more of a small town boy than maybe I was in a certain phase of life because I've discovered that's really kind of my foundation of the writer I am and the artist I am. It's where I go to get away from the crazy fray of touring and the glitz and glamour of recording. I'm maybe even diving back more into being more of a small town boy at this point in my career than maybe I was, in the early years.